Well, to start off with, I didn't feel betrayed by Barry. Somehow or another, the way he brought it to me, and the way he sat there and cried, and how he was facing several life sentences unless he told, and how much pressure they had put on him, I understood it. And then he said, you know, that you can have another passport and live anywhere you want to. All you have to do is get the same thing I did. So anyway, I just thought, well, you're the first fellow that's protected me out of all the other ones. There was 11 of them that some of them were friends, some of them just laughed everything, just told everything and put me away. And the best friends for life, all of them put me away. So whenever I fled and went to, I told Barry, I had dinner with him, and I said, Barry, they're going to kill you. And like I said, he stuck his head in the sand and just wouldn't believe it. No, this and other. I just left. I was at the festival restaurant in Gables. That was on my birthday. I guess it must have been 1986, January the 26th. I fled to Brazil. And then I kept calling my friend Mario in Colombia about the $3 million that Ochoa owed. And then he said that Ochoa was had paid him $600,000, and he would get the rest. So then I called back in 2 weeks, and he told me Barry had been killed there in the parking lot in Louisiana.
He used to smuggle drugs. Then he got caught, and he became one of the government's most valuable informants in the war against cocaine. But last night in Louisiana, Barry Seal's enemies caught up with him and killed him. Tonight, 3 men are in custody. NBC's Brian Ross reports that Seal was about to testify for the government once again.
Authorities believe last night's machine gun killing of top drug informant Barry Seal was ordered by drug bosses in Medellin, Colombia, who sent 5 men to Baton Rouge to kill Seal. Seal's son, Barry Jr., one of 5 children, was restrained by police, who said the gunmen had waited in ambush for Seal at a Salvation Army shelter, where Seal had been sentenced by a federal judge on a drug charge to do community service. Seal was a tough guy TWA pilot who got caught smuggling cocaine and became one of the most important and daring undercover operatives, infiltrating the top Colombian drug operations. In a recent interview, Seal said he knew he was risking his life.
The old saying, if you can't stand the heat, don't work in the kitchen. I can take the pressure.
It was Seal who posed as a smuggler and flew into Nicaragua and took these pictures showing Colombian drug dealers and Sandinista officials loading cocaine on his plane. Seal busted up the Colombian connection in the Caribbean country of Turks and Caicos, setting up a payoff meeting on videotape that led to the arrest and conviction of the country's prime minister. And Seal was scheduled to be the key witness against this man, Jorge Ochoa, the top Colombian drug boss, now in jail in Spain, about to be extradited to the United States. Authorities say the Ochoa drug organization was responsible for the bombing of the U.S. Embassy in Bogota last year, the assassination of Colombia's Attorney General, and now the murder in Louisiana of the man who was perhaps the most important undercover drug informant ever. Brian Ross, NBC News.
And it was like somebody hit me in the chest with a hammer. I mean, it was like, they killed him, even though I knew he was, and I knew I just knew he was going to get killed. I knew he was. And anyway, it was just like just like a dear friend had been murdered, had just been shot down in cold blood. They shot 50 times. He said he put his hands over his ears to bring out the sound. He fell over his steering wheel of his car. A friend of mine that was gone. Yeah, I was sad. I cried. The tears just fell down on me. I told Maria and Miriam, and they cried too.